everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kristen with Monarch Plans, and today I am going to be planning for the week of May 1st through the 7th in my Hobonichi cousin. I am super excited. This week is very busy. If you saw my monthly plan with me, you know that I have a lot of stuff going on this first part of the month, so I'm just going to get started putting in some of the washi here. I think I'll just put this at the top, and then I'm trying to decide, maybe I'll do it a little bit lower so there's some room for some other things at the top, and then I'll do the headers up above where they normally go. So yeah, we are moving my dad down to Arizona from Washington State at the end of this week, so we'll be flying up to Washington to help him get everything situated with that, and then pretty much by next weekend he will be in his new house, is kind of like what we're hoping. So I'm really excited for him. He's been wanting to move down for quite a while. It's just like the weather's way better down here. A single-story house is a way better option for him, and he lived in a spot in Washington where it snowed a lot, and it was just not really feasible anymore for him to be living up there where he was. So I'm just really excited for him to be down here a little bit closer. He's gonna have family way closer to him, all of that. So I just can't wait. So we're going up there to do that, and I think it'll be a really good week, but it just means that there's a lot of stuff to get ready before we go, and then, you know, preparing for that whole process is a big thing. So all of that, and I don't think that there's like a whole lot else going on. I might eat my words in a little bit when I look at my list of stuff. But yeah, I think it's just pretty much a week that's like out of the ordinary a little bit, so it just seems a lot more busy than normal. I'm really excited. I'm using this kit. It's kit 366 from my shop, and I love the colors in this kit. It is like one of my favorites that I've made in a very long time, so figured a very happy week calls for a very like happy bright kit. So I think that that is going to end up looking really good. I'm going to just put this down here. And then what I think I'm going to do, and I'll probably just speed through and do this off camera, but I think I'm going to divide my columns into different sections, very similar to like the Erin Condren Focus Teacher Planner or the Me Planner from Plum Paper, just because I do have a lot of different things going on in like different areas of my life this upcoming week, and so I want to keep those all straight and be able to kind of like look at the different sections, just because my brain is very full of different things that are going on. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, I think that that's pretty much how this week is going to go. I'm trying to make sure that this is straight. I also want to say thank you so much to everyone who is just being so supportive of me coming back onto YouTube after my hiatus and everything. It really means a lot that people are supportive of me coming back after such a long time, and like watching my videos and engaging in the comments and all that kind of stuff. It really does mean a lot to me, and I just really appreciate everyone who's taken the time to watch these videos. I'm building back up to doing, you know, like 2 videos a week. Hopefully at some point it'll be more like 3, but we'll get there eventually. I'm just trying to go slow so I don't burn myself out. But we'll hopefully get there, and I'll have like more content and everything at some point. Okay, so I have the washi and everything in. I absolutely love this washi here. It's like one of my favorite things. I'm also gonna try and use the full boxes, but at this point I don't think I will put these in yet. I would like to work on my sidebar really quickly, so I think I'll do my this week sticker and my next week sticker, and I think that might be it. I don't know if I'll track my meals, because for the last little bit of it, like, we're just kind of going to be eating whatever we can, so I think I'll not put in the sticker for meals like I normally do, but I might keep track of like something else with that like days of the week tracker thing. So this week, and then I think I'll wait to put next week in until I put some like habit trackers in. So let me put this at the bottom. It's just not gonna have a header. I think I might track water on this. It's been like a goal of mine, and I might have like mentioned it or at least done habit trackers recently where I am trying to drink more water. I am so bad at drinking water. So I've been trying to do more of it. And I recently, and I don't know if people seem very judgmental about this, but I found like Water Talk on TikTok, which is just weird. It's crazy that that's even a thing. But I've always been someone that has put like flavorings in my water, and I mean, I'm not one to like argue whether or not it's still considered water at that point, but I just found like a lot of videos of like different powder, you know, flavorings and stuff like that that I hadn't tried. Usually I just do like one packet and it's just like kind of the plainer flavors that like, you know, like strawberry lemonade or something like that, just to kind of give it at least a little bit of a different taste, because I can stomach plain water, but I just don't really choose to drink it. Like if a thing of water is sitting there and it's plain, like I just don't drink it even if it's available. And so I figure if I can make something that I want to drink, then I'll go with that. And at least drinking something is better than drinking nothing. So anyways, I think I'll track my water stuff here for the week, and see if I can see how that's improving. Like if I'm actually drinking more or if it's just the same as always. In terms of different things to put in the actual planner, I think I will put my weekend sticker at the bottom here, just because I think I'm gonna have work stuff at the bottom, since work is definitely not my focus for the week. So I'll have my work stuff at the bottom. I think I'll have like a big section for to-do items up here, and then a smaller one for like Monarch plans, maybe a smaller one for content, and then like a smaller one for health is I think how I'll do this. It's going to be broken up a little bit differently than past spreads. I've kind of done the same thing for the past few spreads. So I think with this one, it'll look more like this, where there's like a to-do section, shop, social, health, and then work. I think this is pretty much exactly how I'm going to break it up. So I think that I'll do that here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to use a Tombow marker. This is N95, and I need to see if I can see this. Like some of my gray markers just don't show up very well in the Hobonichi. So I'm going to see, I might switch it to a different Tombow, but I'll be right back in a few minutes, and I'll have like the dividing lines in here. So you'll actually be able to see like where the sections are. The only thing with that is I need to put these in, and I'm wondering if I should just do that now and then put the lines around them. I think I'll do that. So when I come back, I will have the boxes in and the lines, and then I'll be able to start doing labels and all that stuff. So I will be right back in just a second. Okay, so I'm back. You can very faintly see the lines. I didn't want them to be super obvious, but just there enough where you can kind of see them when you're looking at the page. And obviously there's some shadowing from this page from my spread the past week, but you can see this is kind of how I've decided to set it up. I did make one change to my sidebar. Instead of doing the like Monday through Sunday list thing, I decided to actually put in a graph, and I sell these in my shop. They look similar to this. I removed the labels, so they just have the graphs now. I just realized that I don't think the headers were super important. So you can get this in my shop, but it just has the graphs now. They're about an inch wide, so they fit really well in the sidebar here, or you can also put them in like a Hobonichi Weeks or really any other planner sidebar if you have things you want to keep track of. So I am going to get started putting some things in here. I will use a bunch of these labels. There's a bunch of to-do list items, so there's going to be kind of like an equal split between headers and like just things written into the planner. So let me just get started writing some things down. In these bigger boxes here, I am going to put in our flight. I bought these new pens earlier this weekend, and I don't know if I'll keep using them because they skip on like the downstroke when I'm writing, and I don't know if it's like the way I write or something like that, but I find a lot of pens, like the really popular ones that people talk about, I am not able to like write with them very well. The same thing happened with like the Sharpie S gels. I just could not get those to work for me. So, I don't know. I'm still kind of like torn on these pens. It's a Uniball 1.7. So yeah, I'm just not quite sure. I got them at Walmart though, so if you want to try them, they are at Walmart. The next thing is we are heading out from my dad's. And yeah, I think I might switch to the Blend pen. It's, I think, like the Zebra Blend, and it works a little bit better. It doesn't skip like on the downstroke, but it's a 0.7, so it should look the same since I already started writing with this. So I think I'm gonna switch to that. I was trying the Uniball, trying to see if it works a little bit better in the Hobonichi, and I just don't think it does. So switching pens here. So the next things are here on the labels. I have a meeting for work, so I'm gonna put that in. It's just a really quick meeting that I usually have. And then other than that, there's really not a whole lot else for work. I just have little projects and things that I need to do, and then one other meeting that I won't be at, but it has some actionable items that I need to pay attention to. Okay, so I think that is it for like the work labels. The only other thing that is going on is my husband has bowling, and then I'm going to use a couple of these labels here. I think I'll put and moving day is a big one. And then this is going to sound very silly, but I'm going to put a label for this because I think that this is something that my husband is extremely excited about. We are going, I think, to go to Taco Time, which is like it's a place up in the Pacific Northwest. It's just like pretty much fast food, but we don't have it down in Arizona, and it's like one of my husband's favorite places to eat. So I think we'll stop there when we go up there, and that's a very silly thing to put in the planner, but I think it's definitely like worth memorializing in the planner because my husband is so excited about it. It's just kind of funny. So let me put these things in, and I'm sure a few things will come up as I'm putting these things down. But I'll come back as I'm kind of going through and writing some to-do list items in the planner, and we can just kind of walk through just the week as a whole because there's a lot of different moving parts happening throughout the week. So I'll go through that, write some things down, stick these in, and then I'll be back to talk a little bit more about the week. Okay, so I have most of the stuff written down. I feel like there's probably a few more things that I need to add in just before the week even starts. But I think that most of it is in. I'm just adding one more thing here. And then I need to add, I just noticed I didn't put in the header here or like the label. And then for habits, I was just thinking about this, like as I turn my camera back on, I don't know if I'll be able to do movement. I feel like I'll be able to do the movement stuff like the first few days. Thursday is going to be like moving stuff, so that's going to be huge. Sunday's going to be huge with moving stuff, so I guess maybe I will do movement, and then the only days is like Friday and Saturday we are driving all day, like 12 hours each day. It's going to be insane. So I think I'll do movement and just see how that goes. And I think what I'll also do is track like my actual rings and everything in my health section down here at the bottom. But I just want to like put down movement and be able to check off a box. Also, I'm sorry if you hear someone is on a dirt bike driving around my neighborhood, so that's fun and probably distracting. But movement, and then I have my water stuff down here, and I usually track like eating at home, but obviously we're not going to be eating at home for most of the week. Trying to see what other like habits I've been keeping track of. Maybe I would like to get back to tracking in Noom. I kind of got away from doing my tracking stuff and reading my articles and stuff in Noom, so I'll do Noom coin. And then other than that, I think I'll keep track of if I do my AM routine. I'm trying to get into a better AM routine, but it's definitely a struggle for me. So those are what I think I'm going to do for habits. Other than that, I'll just kind of walk through what I have in here so far. And obviously there's space for me to add some things, but Monday is really more of like a normal day, not a whole lot different than normal work stuff. I have to text our dog sitter. Andrew has bowling. I think this is his last week of bowling on Monday nights, and then I think later on it's like on Tuesday nights. I'm not quite sure. I have some work to do for my shop. I'm trying to get out all or most of my orders that are currently outstanding done on Tuesday, so I don't have anything to worry about on the weekend. But Tuesday we have a lot of things to do around the house, like checking in for our flight, packing our bags, packing up our dog stuff, just like food and all that kind of stuff. So Tuesday's definitely busy, but I think definitely manageable to get all that kind of stuff done. Wednesday we head up to Washington, so that is just like last minute tidying things so the house looks, you know, relatively nice when my family gets here. Setting up our cats so they're all good to go for the next few days, keys, all that kind of stuff. So Wednesday is really just busy with travel and all of that, and then there's a few things I have to do with work, so I'll probably work for like half the day, or at least just have my email and stuff available, you know, how that goes. So Thursday, that is kind of when we start actually moving my dad, so we'll drive over to his house, we'll get the truck, we'll pack everything up, and then my husband and I will probably go and grab some snacks and stuff for the drive, so that will be just another to-do item in the evening. I am going to post a video about goal stuff that evening, and then I have some work things to do, but I'll knock those out in the morning before the day really like gets started. As I mentioned, Friday, Saturday, my husband and I are driving like pretty much all day, especially Friday. That is going to be just like hours and hours and hours. We're trying to get as far south as we possibly can from Washington in one day, so we'll see how that goes, but we'll just stay in a hotel, which I'll write that in at some point. And then Saturday is when we're all arriving in Phoenix, so we'll get here. I don't know what time it'll be. I think that's kind of the hard part, is we're not sure like exactly the timing, but we'll have the truck, we'll have my dad's stuff, we'll be able to at least unpack some things, I think, from the house or from the truck into the house, and maybe not get it all set up, but at least like get things kind of put in there. And then Sunday we're going to spend that whole day setting everything up and getting him all moved in, picking up our dogs, all of that. And then I think in the evening is really just going to be getting ready for the next week, because Monday, normal day, going to work, all that kind of stuff. I might head down to my dad's house and work at my dad's house in case they need help with anything. Other than that, I have a couple things I'm working on. Obviously getting the orders done at the beginning of the week, but at the end of the week, finishing up July stuff, working on projects, or a project I have at the end of May that I want to get out. And then that's pretty much it. So yeah, I think that's it for this week. I really like how it turned out. This is, like I said, one of my favorite kits that I've designed in a very long time. So I'm very happy that I was able to get it down in my planner. It just looks so happy, so like bright, so fun, and I am just super excited for this week. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out. You can find me in the comments on Instagram at monarch_plans. I also have all that info down in the description box, as well as my email address if you'd rather just get in touch with me directly like that. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.